welcome in my next video for HipKit Club. Today is a Mixed Media Monday day on a HipKit Club blog and other social media. So I will be creating a very simple mixed media layout. I am going to use this big picture printed in A4 size of autumnal birch tree. I think it's a good name. It's a tree that grows up in front of the yard at my parents' home, and I really love this tree every time I go there, but fall is just the perfect season. So I'm going to create a little bit of mixed media on the area that I have left on the cardstock because picture is taking a lot of space, and I am going to use a Prima pastels. They are from very old color kit, but you can use gelatos, distress crayons. It doesn't have to be this. Vicky Boutin crayons also will be just perfect. Some watercolors too if you don't have any crayons. We are just going to create splatters under the photo, and I am using acrylic block to add a little bit of crayon, and then I add water to activate the pigment and apply it on the cardstock. I am using American Crafts cardstock. It can handle some amount of water, so don't worry, it works quite well. So I'm just combining the colors that connects with autumn for me, and the picture will go beneath it. I marked the line where the picture ends, so I will not have to add too much of mixed media because it will be covered, so there is no point of doing that. And after I created the splatters, I put it aside to dry, and I took 6 leaves that I cut out from the cardstock too, and I'm going to color them using the same crayons and the same colors I used for the background. You can use watercolor paper if you want to, but it will be just kind of a one-time job, so you don't have to be worried that paper absorbs the color. We will not going to mix more colors into it, so it will work really well too. I was just too lazy to search for watercolor paper, and it's quite thick, so I will have to cut things double, so I just decided to go with the cardstock. And I am doing exactly the same what I did with the background. I am applying distress crayon on the acrylic block, adding water, and it activates the pigment. So I'm just pressing the leaf down to the color that I have on my acrylic block. Now I will have to wait until it's all dry, and I took leaves that I cut out from pattern papers from the main November kit, and I sew them with the leaves that are colored with crayons. So I have those 2-layered leaves, and I really love how dimensional they are and how they look, and I will just add them in the line where the picture connects with the background. Some of the background will be covered, of course, because it's always with mixed media like that. You have to plan like ahead and create a bigger color area if you don't want everything to be covered with embellishments you add later. So I'm just arranging the leaves, and after I am happy how they look, I will glue them down and add some other embellishments. It is quite a fast layout because I don't have much space to work on, but I wanted this picture to shine, and those leaves just add a great texture to the layout, kind of a dimension. So I am happy to create a simple page as well. It doesn't always have to be a labor of 10 hours and all sweat and blood. It can be simple, it can be just like you want it to be. Don't feel like you did too little and the page is not worth it, because if it's not a lot of labor, you feel like you didn't do it well. It's not like that. it's anything you want, so don't feel a pressure to work for hours on the page. If you like it, keeping it simple, keep it simple. I don't want to cover too much of my page. After I glue down the leaves, I want to have this balance between blue sky and yellow leaves. And I was thinking about adding a title somewhere over the sky, but when I tried it, well, I didn't like it. I felt like it overwhelmed. Oh my God, sorry. Overwhelmed the picture. So I'm just trying some embellishments from main kit and embellishment kit to work with my leaves, but still I don't need much to add, because leaves are pretty, picture is pretty, so you know, I'm just looking for some smaller elements. And I love those wood veneers. They are gold foiled and they have a sticky back, so it's easy to adhere them to the page. And those acetate leaves are also perfect. I have quite a light background under the leaves, so I can easily add them and they will be still visible. It will be harder if you have a dark background to use them, because they will kind of change the color because of the transparency. But with the background like mine, they are just perfect embellishments to be used on the page. So basically now it's just going through embellishments and trying things, nothing fancy, nothing complicated. I have to put something to be sure that I like it, and sometimes I have to unglue things down and put them away, because you know, in my mind it looks better than it looks in real life, but it's also a part of the process. So ungluing things, gluing them down to the sticker sheet is also fine. Don't worry, all of us do that. And I was going to add this home, but as you can see, it's just so big that it overwhelms the picture, and I decided not to use it, even though I really like the font and I love the color. But oh my gosh, sorry, I don't know what happens with me. I'm yawning. But then I saw this navy exclusive alphabet, and I thought it has the perfect color to go with the embellishments I use. And I'm going to create a happy home title, because this tree reminds me of a home and my childhood, and it brings so many warm and fuzzy memories that I wanted to scrap it. And it has pretty fall colors too. So I left with home, happy home title, but I felt like it's just, oh my God, so sorry. I hope it's not contagious and you are not yawning out there in your side of the world. Sorry, I told you. Polish yawning. Okay, so this is the finished page, nothing fancy. And if you want to check more Mixed Media Monday projects, look for Facebook and blog. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.